What's up? This the General, East Side Up, LBCing. Y'all know how I go down on the West Coast. Yeah, on the B-side show, motherfucker, gangster shit. What's up?
We're back in here, man. B-sideshow.net every single Monday night, man. And thank you guys that have all been supporting, because next week we're celebrating our 8-year anniversary, and
that's big, man. 8
thank
years.
Everybody for riding with us, man. All the artists, all the people out there that support the music, all the team, you know what I'm saying? DJs, everything, man. So
young Shaye Whitey's back. Who
Shaye Whitey, Drakk, you know what I'm saying?
Drakk walked in with a dad outfit, like a dad.
Oh yeah,
he had a dad outfit, like the
New Balances.
Yeah, New Balances, non-name brand hat, non-name brand sweater. You
got to get used to that now, right, Baca? Hey,
not me. Don't say yeah to you, Baca.
No, I mean
him. Okay.
Getting used to Drakk.
I just want you to clarify it, because the way you said it was kind of getting me in trouble, dude.
You got nervous.
You know the iOS is watching, man. Come on,
right? Hey, man, we got our first guest in the building, man. He's been here before, but it's been a cool minute. We'll talk about that. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's good to be back, man. Imagine.
Yeah.
626 Covina. It's been a cool minute since I've been back on the B-side, but I was just telling you, man, if you're not on the B-side, you ain't official, so you got to come back.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that. Hey, Baca tells the guest that himself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Every place I go, people say, hey, what can I get on a B-side show? What can I get on a B-side show? And Shaye was saying, hey, there's a lot of people that said this is the first time they got in front of people and they feel good, you know? It legitimizes you.
Yeah, that's for real. The first time I got here was like a few years ago. When I got the official booking, you're gonna be. I'm like, I made it, you know.
Right.
As a local artist, man, that's in high regard. That's because
that feels good to us, man. For real, dog. Work. It's a lot of work behind the scenes, but we believe in the culture and where it's going, where it's been, where it's going, all that stuff. So, what you've been up to in these years, man? A lot of it's been in the new project, right?
A lot of it's in the new projects. I've been working on this new album. It's called Beyond Clouds. I've been working on it since the first album in 2013. So this is the new album, 2018, just dropped about a month ago. It's called Beyond Clouds. It's a metaphor for realizing your potential. The mixtape previous to this project was called The Liftoff, and that's the acknowledgement that I can be better, I can do better, and making that realization, and that was that project. Now Beyond Clouds is going, again, space themed, going beyond that. So The Liftoff was where you were, now you're beyond clouds, we're in space. You realize your potential, you realize what you're capable of, and this is what that album is to me, just realizing how badass I make good music.
Do you think there's a lot of people that don't reach their full potential in life?
Yeah, and it pisses me off, to be frankly. Like, you see someone who's super dope, super awesome, but they have no ambition, they have no initiative, and it really pisses me off. Like, you have the ability to do so much more, but you rather not. For whatever reason you may have, you're just choosing not to. It sucks.
And I think it's sometimes just choosing the easy route, because sometimes reaching that potential, it requires that work, and people are lazy, bro.
Listen, having ambition is exhausting, right? When you're an ambitious person, I'm always tired, dude, so I can't,
too.
You gotta be. And then one of my favorite lines from Childish Gambino off Because the Internet, breakfast, lunch, and dinner's for beginners. And that's the truth, man. If you have a set schedule of I wake up at 5, I have breakfast, and then I go to work, then you're doing it wrong, man. Like, I remember days that I would work days straight without eating at all. 48 hours, no food, because I just work. Texts, emails, blogs, you're just doing it, and you have no conscientious about what the hell's going on in your life, because you're just working and focused on the product.
Let me ask you a question. I noticed the wedding ring on your finger.
Yeah.
So how does she feel about you working days straight? How do you balance that?
The only way this was going to be on my finger is if she understood that. If she was able to support that and realize this isn't a hobby. I'm not just in my bedroom just fucking around with records and whatnot. I work. This requires work, and she supports that.
I'm glad you said
See,
that.
Babbitt's about to chime in. He's like, brother, let me tell you what is going on.
No, me and the homie were just talking about this, though, man. It is real. Like, and most of the time I've been in relationships, I've let them know from the beginning. I work a lot. I believe in something, and I stick to it, basically. And and it gets times where they're okay. Then it becomes a problem.
At first, it's like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, okay, I'll go to your show. That's great. But then it's like, oh no, I got another show. I got another show, and I got a B-side interview.
Yeah, again.
I gotta go to the record. I gotta go record. I gotta go do this. And it's like, oh, you were serious? Like, yeah, I'm serious. Like, this is not a hobby, man. Like, this is life. I'm an artist. There's no stopping. But so she's super supportive.
What is the conversation that you had with her before you guys made it official and you guys got married?
I mean, it wasn't so much a conversation. It was more of just like walking the walk. I mean, she would go to the shows. She would show support. She would be there throughout the entire duration. And she was going to come tonight, but she's super exhausted. She's a hustler too, so she's at home right now, just going to sleep.
Do you want your significant other to come to a show?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I did the
because the only reason I say that is because I think of it as just another thing I have to worry about. So what if somebody disrespects you? Or what if you do this? That's another thing I have to worry about. On top of the 500 things you have to worry about being a performer, you know?
I mean, it comes with the territory. I mean, if someone doesn't like my music, doesn't like my message, doesn't like whatever, so be it. She understands that it's a business, and with anything's with all business, some people are just not going to like you. They're just not going to like what you do, your hustle, your message, what have you. But ultimately, you know, I don't take all that madness too seriously because people have their hustle. They mind their own lane. Success to them. Fantastic. I'm over here going to do my own thing as well. Whatever. So she supports that.
I think that's one of the things that, you know, I don't know if it's not just artists. It can't be, but I think that's what people don't realize enough is there's a lane for everybody. Like, there's enough money for all of us. There's enough, you know what I'm saying, you know, canvases to paint for everybody. Like, and people get caught up in, like, you know, I don't think it's...
And if people are getting worried about that, it's because they're in someone else's lane and you're not being original.
Yeah.
If you're minding your own thing and you're doing your own thing, then there's nothing to worry about. You know, you just do your own thing. People dig it, fantastic. If they don't dig it, that's not my audience anyways.
There you go. What about you, Rap? Do you enjoy when your man comes to shows or things of that nature?
Things of that nature.
Got him.
What nature is that, bro? I'm not in that nature, but shouts out to everybody, you know. Like, I'm cool with people. Do your thing. This guy. All right, I'll get him back at the before the end of the show.
I'm asking questions. 2018, you can't judge.
That was the hard-hitting
question. It is what it is, man.
Hard-hitting questions. Yeah.
Hey, this right here, though, man, you obviously you took some time working on the project, but you also put in some effort on the art. The artwork's crazy, bro.
You got it, man. I mean, as with anything, if you approach your product, your business with a certain regard, that invites your market to also treat it with that same amount of respect. If I'm putting out shitty record, shitty producer, shitty engineering, and it all culminates with a shitty cover, why is anyone gonna give me any money to purchase that, or any money to invest in me if I didn't invest in myself?
I was just gonna. That's the key right there. Is you know, Baca knows this as well. Throwing shows and these young artists sometimes, like, that's it. If you have to be willing to invest in yourself, and I think a lot of people don't get that part. They think they're just gonna make money, and
I think a lot of people invest themselves in getting played because why am I going to spend money? I want to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're a young artist, you're 17, 18, 19, 20, you feel like if you're spending money on your craft, you're getting played, you know?
Oh, yeah, but it's all about planting seeds, man. Especially if I wish I would have known back in my 20s. But planting seeds, man, literally the key word there is investment. It's a long term. It's a long game. And if you're investing properly, and you're making smart decisions, and you're playing the chess game the right way, you're going to be able to see the fruit of that labor. And this is what that is. You know, you've seen it with your shows and your brand. You know, I've seen it with my records. It just shows in the long term if you're doing it right and if you're being smart and you're being calculated.
Where does the space team come from? Well, how'd you figure that out?
I'm a nerd, man. I love what I love. Yeah, I just love space, man. I love looking at the stars. You know, people, I like to go camping. Everyone goes to bed. They put the pyre out. I'm just standing there just looking at the stars. I'm just staring for hours.
What's your favorite planet?
Earth.
Good answer, my
Good
guy.
answer.
Thank you for letting me live. And
right.
Shout out everyone that's fucking it up.
There was a lot of people that say that we didn't land on the moon. Did we land on the moon? Or is it all government conspiracy?
I think we landed on the moon. I think it's safe to say we landed on the moon. I think if there's questions.
How do you know we landed on the moon?
I don't.
There's a new fucking movie coming out about. I want to go check it out. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the ones about them landing on the moon. It's a new one.
I used to be a conspiracy theorist in that fashion too. I'm a conspiracy theorist on other things, but as far as moon landings, I was like, I believe it now. I'm good. I'm convinced.
Like, I'll go with that one.
What is your biggest conspiracy theory that people say, hey, you know what, that's a little nuts?
Oh, every year on September 11th, I always post something. And it's addressed on that record, too. There's a record on there called EAS. And I don't say I have the answers when I have a conspiracy theory, so especially with 9/11, I'm not saying I know what happened. It was an inside job. It was this. It was that. I'm just saying I have questions. And no one has given me a good answer. So until that time, my question stands. And the biggest question I have is, how the hell did Building 7 fall? Building 7 came down. How? Houseway. Like,
I understand that, and I respect your questions, but the people that are the most annoying is the people that are like, oh, 9/11 was an inside job. And I say, why do you say that? And they say, oh, the government was up to it. I say, okay, but you don't know,
that's not
you don't have no
educated.
facts to support it. Plus, it's a little insensitive when all these people pass away, unfortunately, for you to just be going around spilling your spill. You
exactly,
know?
exactly. So my perspective is when I tell people like, oh, like 9/11 was suspicious. What I usually say is like, if I had a family member die in such a tragedy, I want to make sure that I have the honest to God truth as to what the fuck happened and why did my loved one die. So if I'm gonna get the truth, I want the honest to God truth. However uncomfortable it may be, I will raise that flag and say, this doesn't make sense. I want to know why my loved one died. And so with that, in that regard and that respect for the people that died that day, I want to know what the fuck happened. And that's why I pose these questions.
Yeah. And everybody should question things, though.
Give me one more. Give me one more conspiracy theory. Give me one more.
I haven't really seen much as of late. I mean, conspiracy theory, I guess JFK. I got an old newspaper.
What does that mean, JFK what?
JFK did not die by Lee Harvey Oswald. Like, I think there was another shooter.
You think there was a second shooter?
I feel like, again, questions. I think there was enough information that would present an anomaly in the sense that this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So again,
why would they let the second shooter slide? Because that's the U.S. government that was the second shooter?
Well, I don't know who the second shooter was. I'm just saying scientifically, it just doesn't look like the magic bullet was the magic bullet.
There you go.
I got questions. That's
this is where we need the homie Journey into Zion here. He'll tell you who the fuck shot.
And that's the thing too, is that you have people that are like, I believe the story was this way. I believe the story was that way. I'm just simply saying I have questions, and I would like both sides to come to the table and let's talk it out and discuss.
And then you formulate your own opinion from there. That's the way I am too, bro. Hey, so man, a lot of those things are being talked about. I'm sure a lot more things, but speak on the project, bro. Like
the project is so beautiful. It really is a project that is not like what you're hearing in today's hip hop. It's not trap. It's not mumble. It's not boom bap. It really is in its own lane. There's so many different influences from between pop and rock and old school hip hop and just music. It's just good music all around. And the lyrics follow just my journey in the past 5 years from being really introspective. A lot of it's really just diary entries, really. And you learn about who I am as a person, who I am, what I've gone through, and the struggles that I have as my person, what's my story, and how that could potentially relate elsewhere. I hope someone would listen to one of these songs and, go, wow, I can relate to that too. And in the end, that's all I really want. That's what good music does. It makes you feel, it makes you not feel alone.
But like you were saying, going back to lanes, it's your lane, it's your story.
Yeah.
It's not,
If people dig it, they're gonna dig it. If they're not gonna dig it, press skip.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping.
What is your favorite track on this album?
Oh man, you know what? Actually, it's called Love Letters, and that just kind of happened. It wasn't like I'm gonna write this one song, but what I did is I have 3 verses, and each verse is a love letter to myself. So the first verse is me as a 10-year-old.
I love myself as well, dude. So I can relate to this.
You can relate.
But he has a bunch of love letters to himself.
Just selfies all day, his wallpaper and his phone. The first verse is my 10-year-old self, a love letter to him. My young man self, just graduating high school, getting into trouble. And then a verse to the future self. Wherever we go, wherever we land, this is what I want you to know. I wish I would have known at 10. I wish I would have known at high school. I wish I would have known in the future. And just really just taking that perspective of like, yo, it's going to be okay. So that's a really good song, man.
What is it that you tell your 10-year-old self that you wish you knew when you were that young?
Stop caring, man. You're going to get bullied. You're going to get fucked with. Don't care. it's gonna be okay. Go be a kid. Go enjoy yourself. Stop worrying about, the popular guy being a bully. That one pretty girl's not acknowledging you. Who fucking cares? Go play with your Star Wars toys.
Hey, when you just do your thing, them pretty girls gonna come back around anyways.
It's exactly what happened, man. It's exactly what happened.
Sat, speak on it, man. my G in the building.
And then that's how I got married, man. Just being myself. Find the right one.
But that's easy to say as a grown man, but 10-year-old kid is a little tough.
Exactly,
you know? That's
exactly.
tough.
So I just found out that we're pregnant. We're expecting our first child.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
dude. How do you consider the name Baca? It's a great name for a woman and a boy.
It goes always.
It's a great name, dude.
And that's the type of wisdom that I want to provide, to my kids. Is like, yo, it's gonna be okay, and they can listen to these records and go, yeah, like my dad went through this shit. And that's what it's for.
Do you know the sex of your baby yet?
No, we're waiting until birth.
What do you want?
Well, my family and her family are completely outnumbered in girls, so we're hoping for a boy.
There you go. I think every guy wants a boy, right?
I mean, everybody wants a boy. Boys are just easy.
Boys are easy to deal
with.
Boys
are just easy, man. But I always tell my wife, I tell all the girls I know, I'm not man enough to be a woman. Ever, man.
Amen, brother. Amen.
They got it. Yeah, people don't speak. I mean, I grew up mostly my mom raised a single mom most of the time, so I seen all that shit.
Women do not get enough credit for going to day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Any man that talks to you don't know what his intentions are. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Me and Rap could have a conversation. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It is tough for women out there, man.
Yeah, that's why I take pride in saying that, man. I'm not man enough to be a woman.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. Shout out my wife.
that real shit right there. Hey, we're gonna play a video. What video are we gonna get into?
This is a little small single off my last EP called "Runnin'." It features Dom Cole. He produced the track and he produced one of the records here on Beyond Clouds as well.
Okay, and then we'll be right back to finish it off. Man, we got Imagine here. Satire's up next. B-side.
Yeah. B-side, baby.
And consciousness is best modeled as a digital information system.
And they feel it in their subconscious.
I know of no one who has ever made this claim before, but I rather suspect that my experience is not unique. What perhaps is unique is the fact that I'm willing to talk about it. We are living in a computer-programmed reality.
You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess so.
So how did we end up here?
And the flowings are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Back and the flowings are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Sucker. Picking it up where you dropped it off, like your kids at school. Always the nerve, but look at me now, exemplify what's cool. Imagine the beat, or imagine the beast, cause this is the beat, so listen to me. Feeling complete when I come with the heat, like Lil LeBron with D-Wade on 3. I never stop and never run. So talk your shit, come get it, son. I'm on the attack and I don't give a fuck, cause I do what I do and I never give up. No matter how rough, I always stand tough, so dig on the fresh and sip from my cup. Back in the flowings are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Back in the flowings are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Sucker.
Wait. I have to just be silent for a moment. So you're saying as you dig deeper, you find computer code writ in the fabric of the cosmos.
Into the equations that we want to use to describe the cosmos. Yes.
Computer code.
Computer code. Strings of bits of ones and zeros.
And consciousness is best modeled as a digital information system.
And they feel it in their subconscious.
I know of no one who has ever made this claim before, but I rather suspect that my experience is not unique. What perhaps is unique is the fact that I'm willing to talk about it. We are living in a computer-programmed reality.
You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess so.
So how did we end up here?
ones are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Back in the flow ones are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Sucker. Picking it up where you dropped it off, like your kids at school. Always a nerd, but look at me now, exemplify what's cool. Imagine the beat or imagine the piece, cause this is that beat, so listen to me. Feeling complete when I come with the heat, like Lil LeBron with D-Wade on 3. I never stop and never run. So talk your shit, come get it, son. I'm on the attack and I don't give a fuck, cause I do what I do and I never give up. No matter how rough, I always stand tough, so dig on the fresh and sip from my cup. Back in the flow ones are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Back in the flow ones are ready to go, so tell me when to go, suckers. Sucker.
Wait. Wait. I have to just be silent for a minute. So you're saying as you dig deeper, you find computer code writ in the fabric of the cosmos?
Into the equations that we want to use to describe the cosmos, yes.
Computer code.
Computer code, strings of bits of ones and zeros.
Best model as a digital information system.
All right, we're back, man. B-side show. We do this thing every Monday night, and part of the thing too, we usually have a live get down as well. So imagine, man, he's here. He's from the town, he's from the area, and he's ready to perform as well. He even brought the visuals, man. You ready to do this shit?
Yeah, let's go, man.
B-side,
I'm so excited. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so freaking appreciative of being baby come back to the B-side. This song's called Spaced Out. It's off the new album, Beyond Clouds. Yeah. Feel free to sing along, yo. Yeah. I shut my eyes, sitting back, getting all spaced out. Spaced out. Yeah. Spaced out. My mind relaxing, cool, slow down, so spaced out. Spaced out. Spaced out. I shut my eyes, sitting back, getting all spaced out. Spaced out. We spaced out. My mind relaxing, cool, slow down, so we spaced out. Spaced out. Spaced out. Aurora borealis of the thoughts up in my mind. So envision how it looks with a galactic state of mind. In the stellar constellations, sending salutations. Say I'm vibing out, nah bitch, I'm celebrating. I'm inhaling life, doing what I like, cause this that type of night. So order from the bar and toast up to the stars. To all the lost loves, yeah, you know just where they are. Close your eyes and see the face and say the name with grace. With the finger due north, pointing to the rightful place. Remaining here on earth, just a rockin' out of space. Going 1,000 mph as I'm standing in one place. Contemplate perspective, I bet you hesitate. Let the facts sink in, let the fact captivate. Satellite sails as I'm surfing solar winds. As I'm radiating gamma rays outward from within. I shut my eyes, sitting back, getting all spaced out. We spaced out, we spaced out. My mind relaxing, cool, slow down, so spaced out. We spaced out, we spaced out. I shut my eyes, sitting back, we getting all spaced out. Spaced out, spaced out. My mind relaxing, cool, slow down, so spaced out. Spaced out, spaced out. So grasp the relativity and see me standing still. E equals MC, the question what is real. Read up on my lyrics and recognize the skill. Meant to exercise, let your brain test its will. I'm lunar cruising on the wind, so eat my space dust. Believe in alien life, but still in God I trust. The language of divine can't be read in mathematics. The DNA of Jesus, just imagine if we had it. The future is the present, so try and change the world, providing some perspective. If only you would listen, my science is no fiction, cause flux capacity is the only thing we're missing. NASA calculated, so let the engines flow. Quasar shining in the black hole. Whoa, coerced by the verse. In the grammar I converse, cause I'm feeling spaced out in my never-ending universe. B-side, y'all fucking with it?
Hey.
It's super chill. It's my weed song, but I don't smoke weed song. Cause you're just sitting back and you're just thinking, pondering. Did we really land on the moon? I don't know.
That's a no.
Yeah. Shut my eyes, sitting back, we're getting all spaced out. Spaced out, we spaced out. My mind relaxing, cool, slow down, so spaced out. We spaced out, we spaced
spaced out. I shut my eyes, sitting back, getting all spaced out. Spaced out, spaced out. My mind relaxing, cool, slow down, so spaced out. Spaced out, spaced out.
Yo,
yeah, thank you guys so much.
Imagine in the building, man.
Hey.
That shit was tripping me out. You could actually
cool, right?
see the space going by, like spaceships and the planets.
Oh, thank you, man. You got to come correct whenever you put on a good show. Wherever you go, it's got to look good. It's got to look pretty.
Do you ever think that human beings will live on a different planet other than Earth? Are we going to live on Mars? Are we going to live on Saturn? What's going to happen?
It's either that or we die. Because at this rate, Earth is
well,
not
that's
looking great, man.
So.
Hey, I'm just, if I can get myself a ticket, I'm out, man. I'm going.
Hey,
well, you know they sold off those one-way tickets to Mars. Are you signed up for that one-way ticket to Mars?
One-way ticket to Mars. As long as I don't have to live like the Martian, I'll be all right. Not on potatoes and ketchup.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Oh man, you gotta check it out. It's pretty dope.
Oh wait, that's the one with
Matt Damon.
Okay, wait, I did see it. That's
Yeah,
a crazy movie.
Yeah.
The one I didn't see was the something about the red planet. I forgot what the hell it was called, but it was a movie about Mars.
IMDb it, man. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Those movies are a trip to me, bro. Hey, any shout outs you want to make, man?
I just want to shout out everybody that's supporting me, man. My name's Imagine. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at @_Imagine, or you can just visit the website thatimagine.com. But thank you. I love you. Love over everything. Want to shout out my wife. Thank y'all for having me.
That's right, man. Thanks for coming through, my brother. Hey, we'll be right back after this next video. We got Satire in the building. B-side.
Don't forget the name Baca. It's a good name for a woman and a boy.
I'm a combination of Dexter, Hannibal Lecter, mixed with Jigsaw, ready to split you into sectors. My heart is made of ice, ain't a single person colder. A sick and twisted mindset, sadistic like the Joker. Guns are too quick and I like to hear commotion, so I use knives and razors to savor the emotions. Hell's bells ring when I'm steadily approaching. I leave a deadly trail filled with fires and explosions. Torture you on camera while you watch with open eyes, cause I find beauty in the pain from your hopeless cries. Such a rush when I hear bones crush. Such a rush when I see the blood gush. An intelligent, psychopathic, homicidal killer. I'm worse than Jack the Ripper, I'm a body bag filler. Come here, I'm crazier than homicidal lunatics. I even scare the devil, make him hide behind a crucifix. I'm the evil spirit of the evil spirits wanna be. The Grim Reaper came for me, I gave him a lobotomy. If you dare to come across me, you'll face some monstrosity. I'll nail you to a cross and crucify you with ferocity. Gotcha, I'll put you on a leash made out of barbed wire. Pour gasoline all over you, I like to start fires. Quick to burn you and rip you apart with sharp pliers. Chop you into pieces, then I feed you to some starved tigers. Legends of my evil go back to the start of time. I scar the flesh, scar the mind, and make the bodies hard to find. Yeah, I'm terrible with torture that's unbearable. So both your mind and body, I leave them irreparable. Like a black hole, you cannot escape me. The lord of the underworld, I'm worshipped by Hades. Yeah, and now I never even have to kill in person, cause I choked out the angel of death and now he's my servant. I'm a combination of Dexter, Hannibal Lecter, mixed with Jigsaw, ready to split you into sectors. My heart is made of ice, ain't a single person colder. A sick and twisted mindset, sadistic like the Joker. Guns are too quick and I like to hear commotion, so I use knives and razors to savor the emotions. Hell's bells ring when I'm steadily approaching. I leave a deadly trail filled with fires and explosions. Torture you on camera while you watch with open eyes, cause I find beauty in